Julius is very emotional and sensitive around borders. Even if I had graves from my family on the other side of the border, I'd say open those borders because it's important. My graves are on that side.
Henda, you are now entering a space for Black history.
Hey yo, we back with another one. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Antalax, Commander Morning.
About Ibrahim Traore, age 35, overthrew the government in Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
When you saw that, how did you feel?
My training doesn't allow me to reason with my feelings, my brother. So I didn't feel anything. I just knew what it was because some intelligence already was on the table that this is happening. So I didn't have a wow moment like when you saw it on Twitter. It was a long time coming.
Sure.
But
when you see it in the South African context, young, militant,
we're not
happy anymore.
South Africans will not achieve that because we have a weird mind. It's forget the education system. We did it during apartheid because we had one goal.
Yeah,
the majority of the people in this country had one goal. They felt one pain. Right now, you're not feeling one pain. You're not having one goal. Right now, you're not. You've got many issues: gay rights, women rights, GBV.
And what he's speaking about, it's basically facts. Because empilweni mangabe ufuna ukachieve into ethize, you must surround yourself with people who have the same pain as you. Mangabe the pain links you to abanye abantu, which is the same pain, same complaints. Then mawuhlangana nabo, it's easy to fight a system. But here in South Africa, it's difficult because what they did, they classified other black people and babatata babafaka in certain positions. So manje, there's a black person who's a CEO. Lo muntu loyo doesn't see the need of fighting for a pain yomuntu olala estradini, and then there's umuntu olala estradini who doesn't see the need of fighting for a pain yomuntu mhlawumbe olala ngadlanga. Then there's umuntu olala ongadlanga who doesn't see the need of fighting the pain of umuntu ohlukumezwayo. Because of those people, there's nothing ebaconnectayo besides the fact yokuthi they are Africans. But there's nothing ebaconnectayo that will say this is wrong, my brother. Let's just gather together and fight the system because of system itagiwe, basically. So they managed to separate us and give us certain titles so that when uzibone ungcono kunomunye umuntu na noma uhlupheka but bawuvuka ekseni ubona ngathi inhlupheko yakho ingcono compared to umuntu ongavuka ekseni.
You've got many issues, gay rights, women rights, GBV, and GBV is only for women. The men that get abused by women they don't have a platform of expression. Nor do they have an amp to amplify their voice or cries or emotions. So there's many reasons why people are moving apart.
Yeah.
There's no real force putting people together.
Yeah.
And that's why you can never achieve what Burkina Faso achieved. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's over years. And you can't do it pretense. It needs to be genuine, honest, and resonate with many people's hearts genuinely, not from PR. You can't PR a revolution. And that's why you see what Julius not winning. They win on Twitter, not in real life, because they're PRing what they deem a revolution. You mustn't PR. You must be on the ground doing real work, not for elections, for life. You must do it properly. And people like young people, and forget Latalaks, but people like myself who happen to have a very tiny influence in the world will actually vibe with you. Like we once vibed with him. We actually liked him until we looked deeper. You started the podcast earlier on. You said, hey, don't meet your heroes. Julius was as much as a hero to me and many other young kids because he was a voice
speaking his mind,
that reached many corners that we couldn't reach.
Yeah.
And we knew half the time he spoke, he represented our interest.
Yeah. In fact,
but Julius, I used to gather young kids and say, but Arshebing episode so because I know they don't have Wi-Fi.
Also, what helped with Julius was that he is in tune with umuntu. He doesn't want to sound white. He doesn't want to sound ngathi umZulu. He doesn't want to sound like he just sounds the way that he sounds, representing abantu bakubo, and he's proud of that. That's why a lot of people connect to Julius. And when he speaks of real issues. He doesn't explain in the end, but he speaks it direct. He attacks direct. So I understand a lot of young people, nababona uJulius Malema, they saw themselves. Youth, it supports that party to its fullest. And manje magati, it's PR revolution. That it makes sense, because when you wanna find where the youth are, you have to go on Twitter, you have to go on TikTok, you have to go on Facebook. You have to be socially active so that you can get it back in your youth. But the problem with the youth is that they can support you through texting, but they do not go and register to vote for you. That's the problem.
If we move, they won't catch it. I have it at home. Arshib and Julius first. I'm telling you, true story. Until we then were so invested, double checked, triple checked, like, hey, there's a problem here. Here is PR revolution here. It's fancy glitter Twitter. It's not real gold. This thing doesn't, man, no problem. It's like a tire crash. Until we want gold here. We don't want glittering stars. We want real stars.
Yeah.
And when you start asking questions, we get crucified on the cross. I'm not allowed to ask. I once asked some guys in the terms we use in townships. I asked comrades, Buffett, can I ask a very simple question? When Julius presents his grandmother as the parent, is his grandmother Mary and he's Jesus? He doesn't have a father or a mother.
Sure.
And we all fall for that. Don't we run a risk of maybe not having understanding who we're dealing with here? Because if I know your mother and father, I don't need to talk to you. I've got a real geographical location of your being of existence.
Fact.
One understand that. One of the biggest boiling issues in the country is foreigners. And I have plenty information to back up what I'm saying. It's foreigners. And Julius is very emotional and sensitive around borders. If I had graves from my family on the other side of the border, I'd say open those borders because it's important. My graves are on that side.
So he started off this by saying Gutu Julius is placing his grandmother out there. And the question that he asked Guti, if this person is glorifying Ukokwake, doesn't he have a mother? Doesn't he have a father? Bagupi. That's basically what he asked. Yes, I see Julius. Yes, I see what he's doing. Yes, I see that we are fully committed into following him. But before Slandelo Muntu, let's get the background. Let's forget the grandmother. As Tolu Muntu, who's created this person, so that when we speak, we know exactly who we're speaking to. Then his question is, doesn't Julius have a mother? Doesn't Julius have a father? Then now he says that the way Julius is so soft and the way he's so emotionally connected to the issue of creating borders, because of Julius, he's been saying he's been saying that South Africa must be open to any person. So in Tatlalaxati, the reason behind that is because of Julius has graves that are on the other side, which I might be wrong, but which technically makes Julius Malema to be a foreigner. I might be wrong, but as is but
then if I had graves from my family on the other side of the border, I'd say open those borders because it's important. My graves are on that side. I don't know if you're understanding me.
I'm fully hearing what
but
you're saying.
But I don't want to confuse people. I want them to drown and be intoxicated in their own
I'm not even going to simplify what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it.
So I want people to believe what they want to believe because we are a nation that believes. That's why we're so religious. We're not spirituality is based on fact. Religion is based on faith.
Sure.
So people have faith and faith yashlopa blind. So I want them to continue. Spirituality.
Yes. We have to be spiritual beings. We have to move based on facts.
Taking it.
So I want people to believe what they want to believe because we are a nation that believes. That's why we're so religious. we're not in, spirituality is based on fact. Religion is based on faith. So people have faith, and faith yahlupha blind. So I want them to continue with their faith. Ba tla re gopola rona ba bang ha setse ba votetse a Zimbabwean as a South African president. Ba tla re gopola. At least nna, even though they joke about.
Hold up, Buffett. Julius Malema speaks of ugogo. A question was asked, who's the mother and who's the father? And why is he sensitive around the border issues? The answer is, sensitive because of he has graves on the other side. Now, where are those graves? What does he mean when he says he has graves on the other side? Then he comes back and says, which is South Africa, meaning South Africa will remember these words when they have now voted a Zimbabwean as a president. I don't want to say too much.
About my father. He was a gangster. Nashadi heisty. Makesta Branswembu Soweto. Watch our team and time I like Makesta Nilitoti Yaya Skela ing. At least you know who my dad is. You are here advocating for someone who's been Tatai Kimang. My Kimang. You just know Virgin Mary Wang Khon. I live in Marafed. Can't give what you far away look a problem.
Commander Morning. Julius is a Zimbabwean. The Julius Malema. But if unhlanhla la kusuyekile number fit outing ngiyeke. Commander Morning.